Throughout this episode, you'll hear me talk about places that we go, national parks that we've been to and things like that. So I thought I'd give you some perspective on the map. Might be a little bit easier. So here's Alice Springs here. Darwin's 1,500 kilometres to the north, and then down south, heading back down this road, is Adelaide, about 1,550 kilometres. So in this episode, we've come from Cooper Pedy. We come up to this roadhouse at Earldunda, turn off there, get some fuel, and then we head along this road here. We spend a couple of nights here at Curtin Springs, and then we make our way to Uluru campground, and then basically we base ourselves there for about 3 nights, I think. We do Uluru in the Katajuda National Park, and then come across, do the Olgas. The other thing we did there was the Field of Lights tour as well, which you can do from there, sunset or sunrise. And from there we come back to Curtin Springs. As you can see, Curtin Springs is it's a free camp. So it's basically halfway between this Stewart Highway and Uluru. So it's a really good stopover point for those who didn't want to make that extra journey. I think I mentioned in the video it's about 100 and something kilometres, actually 85 on the map there. And then from Curtin Springs we do 2 nights there, then we head up to Kings Canyon Resort, which is in the Wataka National Park. So we stay here for 2 nights, and we did the Kings Canyon Rim Walk, which is about 6 kilometres. So we based ourselves there, beautiful pool in there. So yeah, I just wanted to show you on the map, just to give you a bit more of an understanding about where we are and what we're up to. Yeah, good morning. Just got back from the Sunrise Field of Lights tour. Yeah, it was a pretty early start. 4 o'clock, had to wake Austin up, get out there. Took the bus, was about 15 minutes out there on the bus. Absolutely fantastic. I'm glad we did it. We couldn't get on the sunset tour because that was just booked out. But glad we got the sunrise tour, just to watch that come up and then look over the rock. I'll throw some, maybe some photos up here at the moment, and you can have a look at it. Anyway, we're off to go for a walk around the rock, the base walk. It's about 10 k's, so just came back to grab some fruit and some water and change our shoes and put the hat on, and yeah, we'll take off and go do that. Started a 10-kilometre walk around the rock, Uluru. It's pretty nice. Just a self-guided walk. I think it's about 10.6 kilometres in diameter from start to finish. We're about 50 metres in, so.
When you're walking around, there's stories explaining all the markings and what they mean. That's pretty cool. cool. It's our first paintings we've seen.
Very sheltered here. You can see why they would set up camp. Oh, it's a bit windy here at the minute, but we just walked over that little creek over there, bit of water.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Protects from the sun. Austin's just fallen asleep. Been up since 4 AM this morning to do the Field of Lights sunrise tour.
Enjoying your walk?
Yeah. So cool.
It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah. Can't really capture how big it is. It's just enormous. Lucky we had an off-road pram. It's pretty sandy through here. I think when you're travelling around, an off-road pram is a must.
You'd probably get away with a normal on-road pram here. We haven't finished this walk, but we've been to places where you just couldn't do it any other way except for an off-road pram. So it'd be worth the investment if you were travelling around with a baby. Walking. Come on, bud.
Austin keeps running back the other way. We might add a few kilometres to our walk. We're at Cathajuta. Austin's first time in the carrier and he's not impressed or one bit.
Not happy, Jan. It's pretty comfortable though.
That's good.
I've only been wearing it for about 15 metres.
Yeah. Yeah, for a walk.
Yeah, for a hike, mate. Be fun, won't it?
Woohoo!
Need a fly net though.
The flies are really bad here.
Flies are terrible.
We've decided just to do the little hike because it's Austin's first time in the chair, and when we tried it on yesterday he was not happy either, so we'll see how we go. We're doing the Walpa Gorge walk.
So down a bit.
Yeah. It's not so bad, is it? Hey?
Where's Austin? Austin! Where's Austin? Hello? Has anybody seen Austin?
He can't see a thing, his hat's over his eyes.
Oh, you want to fix that? Just put the brim up because it's not sunny here.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa! Where's Austin? Austin, take a break. 8:30 local time here. We're standing in the probably 4 parts of the way to Walpa Gorge. It's very bloody windy here this morning. We've come back from that direction there. The sun's coming up over the Ulgers. Looks pretty fantastic if you ask me. Got the young fella on my back here. He's having a good time. Aren't you, little buddy? Austin. Hey, you having a good time? Yes? Yeah, nothing means yes. So we just made it to Walpa Gorge. Pretty easy hike really, probably took, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe. I had Austin on the back and we're not very experienced hikers, so we just took it easy, and it was all uneven surfaces, but it was fine. It's no problems. You didn't fall over at all, did you?
Could probably do the big one, hey?
This is pretty good for today. It's very windy. But yeah, if you came in here and whatnot, you could probably do the big one, which is, what's that?
7k.
7k, 4 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
But yeah, understanding that it's Austin's first time in the chair. So just decided we'd just do the shorter one. I was behind a gale here today as well, so I don't know what that makes a difference, but it makes a difference to me. So, are you running, are you? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Thank you, boo. Good running. Ah, gotcha. Puffing daddy out. So we just still at the Ulgers. We just pulled up. I've just put the white tie system on the van, that security system. That'll hopefully deter any thieves who wish to tow the van away. Come on, buddy.
This way, Austin.
A lot of people are out in the car park today. Pretty popular spot here. I'd imagine that this place is probably busy all year round, to be honest. Probably not as busy as in high season, but still people floating around all the time. So we've pulled into Curtin Spring, just about 110 kilometres outside of Uluru, off the main highway there. So it's kind of a halfway point between that turn-off roadhouse on the Stewart Highway and Uluru. Curtin Springs is a cattle station, 1 million acres. It also has facilities here, so it's basically the only service station along this route to Uluru. There's also accommodation, there's campsites as well, so there's a whole heap of free camps. You don't even book those free camps, you can just turn up. They don't take bookings online or over the phone, so you just arrive and it's kind of first in best dressed situation. There is 4 powered sites though, however. I think they're about $40 a night. So if you don't have the off-road capability, so the off-grid capability in your van, you can certainly hitch up some power. There's a whole heap of accommodation blocks over here as well. So yeah, basically service station come shop. There's a bar in there. It's got your basic amenities. We actually stayed here along the way. We're cracking out now to Kings Canyon, but we stayed here when we first came through into Uluru for a couple of nights, and then we used it as a stopover point again. A couple of reasons: one, it's halfway point, and 2, it's a free camp. So $1.93 for the diesel. I just filled up. Surprisingly, that's not the most amount that I've spent. In Uluru itself was $1.95, 0.9. So yeah, it's pretty expensive out here, but there's no point banging on about it because, yeah, what are you going to do? You just pay it, or you got to walk basically. So I was talking to the blokes in here having a beer last night at the bar, and they were telling me that they're looking for 4 staff. They've been looking for 4 staff for about 12 months now. What they're looking for is somebody in their store to run their shop front, a housekeeper, a gardener, and an all-rounder. So typically they have backpackers in here, but the same 3 blokes have been doing it for 12 months now, working 12, 14-hour days. They just can't get staff out here. So, you know, I hear a lot of people going on about working along the road, and is there work, is there not work? Well, I'll tell you what, you come out here, you'll be guaranteed work for at least 12 months. They're coming into their peak season now, and they don't have anybody. So if we were another couple of months ahead of our schedule, then we might have offered to help them out for a couple of months. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. The shop front's probably a pretty good job. You get to interact with all the public, and a lot of tourists come through here, use it as a stopover, fill up their vehicles and go to the toilet and use our campsite. So probably just before I do finish up here, I just want to make a note. This is a private station, so if you're coming out this way, don't just pull in and use a toilet and keep going. Just have a courtesy, go in and buy a can of Coke or a bottle of water or something like that. It's not a public listed, you know, your mainstream service station. It's a private company, so a family owned business. They need your support out here. So all right, enough of that. We're on to Kings Canyon now. We've got about a 4-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive I suppose, so we're going to get started on that. Probably have a bit of a stopover, but yeah, we'll show you what Kings Canyon looks like, eh? The good thing about owning a caravan when you're on these long drives is you can basically just pull up wherever you like and use the toilet. So we're probably about halfway to Kings Canyon. Left Curtin Springs a bit earlier. Jess is just going to the toilet. Austin and I just thought we'd get out of the car and stretch our legs a bit. Austin's just having a little bit of a play while we wait for Mum to finish up in the outhouse, and we'll hit the road again. So it's pretty early. It's not that early. It's 10 past 6. We've driven to Kings Canyon to start the scenic rim walk. Should be somewhere between 3 to 4 hours possibly. Might even be a bit longer because we'll probably stop and give Austin a break and take some photos and hopefully send the drone up. That'll be nice. So we're just in the car park now waiting for first light basically. Pretty keen to hit the road a bit before sunrise. So we'll just hang around. There's a few cars around here actually, so it seems to be a bit of a popular walk. Just giving Austin a little bit of breakfast here before we start. Hey mate, say hello to everybody. He's a bit unsure about what's going on here. It's a little bit early, so anyway, we'll have some brekkie and get on this hike. Should be fun.
They contain a small emergency.
So we're going to do the Kings Canyon rim walk, 6 kilometre, 3 to 4 hour loop. Probably looking at about 4 hours, like I said earlier. Just the start of it, you can even see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but the light from the sun's already catching the top of the rim there, so see I'm right up on top of the hill there. Should be good. Got to get up there though for sunrise.
Austin's a lot happier today in his carrier.
Yeah, he didn't
Got his truck today. Yeah, your truck.
Oh, you bought your truck, mate.
Hey? Snuck that one in, didn't you?
No, he was all smiles as soon as I put him in there. It was good. Feel good, feel fresh. Maybe ask me again in an hour's time.
This is the stairs at the beginning of the rim walk. It's the hardest part of the walk. It's looking pretty steep.
They're actually very steep. I'm just stretching up. Stretch the calves. What about you, mate? What are you stretching, Austin?
These stairs are killer.
So we're still not at the summit. I feel like that's it up over there. We've just pulled up here to give Austin a little bit of food, and it's a pretty nice view from here. Well, I think we made it to the rim. Well, we can't be too far away now. Every time I seem to have made a summit, you look up and there's another one above you. So anyway, we'll keep walking in this direction and see where it takes us. The sun's starting to break through just here. I think we've missed the sunrise, to be honest, but hey, when you have a little toddler you're carrying and it's one of your first hikes of the season, what are you going to do? Better to be up here at any time of the day than not be up here at all. Go. Spin. Yes. That's fun back there. Go. Dance go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Dance go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Dance go marching one by one. The little ones stop to scratch the bum and they all go march.
Just stopped here at the Garden of Eden, just having some breakfast. And Austin can have a break out of the chair. It's really cool down here, nice and peaceful. See, that's a great one, thank you.
I did not expect to see water all the way up here, but down here, all along there, obviously it must get caught up here. Rains come down over the cliffs and then just flood that water down through the mountain there. It's pretty cool to see, really. Good to see vegetation in that up here. It's awesome. Austin, you ready? Go! Yeah, there's the water I was talking about. Runs all the way through.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
So pretty.
It's so cool. Sun just glistering off it. What did you say the time was? About 7:30?
Yeah, I think so.
Some tight formations here, you got to sneak through.
This is a really cool hike.
Oh, look at this.
We haven't done much hiking before, but you can see how it gets addictive.
Oh,
You
definitely.
can see some really cool things.
Yeah, these people are straight across there. So you must go along there and then around.
That'll be us soon.
On the home stretch now, look. You having a good time still, Austin?
Starting to get a bit over it.
He's getting a bit over it. Time to go.
He wants
We're nearly there yet. We've only got another kilometre or so to go, so
okay.
on the home stretch. So there's the car park down there. Just need to manoeuvre through this decline. Just a whole heap of stairs that just rocks. But yeah, that was the walk. Very good. See how long it took us when we get back to the car park. Austin's pretty keen to get out of the chair, which is no doubt. We've been going for well over 3 hours now. So it's just to be expected that he wants to hop out. He's done pretty good actually. He hasn't really cracked it at all up until this point. So yeah, we'll see you down at the car park. We made it back from our walk. Austin couldn't be happier to be out of the chair. Hey little buddy, you're a good hiker, aren't you? A good job. High five for Dad. High five. Yeah, good teamwork. Comes Mum. Just check the time. It's 9:54, so I'd say 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's about 20 past 6 we left, so something around that. Good effort. So that was Kings Canyon. Big walk. Just waiting for Jess to come back from the toilet, and we're gonna head back to the park and probably chill out in the pool. I'd say it's got a pretty nice swimming pool. That was the only reason we stayed at that park, was we knew it was going to be hot, so we thought we'd stay somewhere with a pool. That's kind of it for Kings Canyon. We're going to do I think it's called Kathleen Gorge. We might do that tomorrow morning before we leave. And then we've got a pretty long drive on some dirt roads. So I think it's about 160 kilometres worth of dirt road. So I need to do some prep work for that this afternoon, i.e. the van tyres need to be let down, car tyres need to be let down. I've tweaked the airbags a little bit in the car as well, just to get a bit more comfort. I don't know what the road conditions are like. I might see if I can ask somebody, or the ranger might know. If it's been freshly graded, happy days, but if it hasn't, yeah, we might be in for a very, very long day in the car by the sounds of it. But anyway, for now, I'm hot, I'm bothered. Just finished our first big hike of the season. I'm going to go home and go for a swim. So, see you soon.